What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource and welcome to the very first episode of Setup Wars, where you submit your desk setup to get featured on my channel and a chance to win 25 bucks. I host these every Monday on my channel and I pick 5 submissions and you guys get to vote on who has the best desk setup. The voting will end on the same week on Saturdays and I choose a winner based on the votes on Sunday on my social media accounts. If you guys want to submit your desk setup, make sure you watch the original video where I go over all the requirements and the instructions needed to apply. And also leave a link below in the description section if you guys want to check it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and start the show. Alright, so the 5 contestants for this week are Andre, Chunky Rabbit, Xpurge, Basil, and Jay. So basically how this works is I'm just going to go through the setups that you guys submitted and I'm just going to basically comment on them. I'll give you guys some compliments, maybe some criticisms, things I like, things I don't like, things that I probably recommend, and just stuff like that. But basically my vote doesn't count. You guys get to choose on who wins. So I'm going to start off with Andre's setup. Alright, so checking out the front setup, let's see what you got. So you have an Asus, looks like a 28-inch monitor. This is actually the one Bob was using for his Ultimate Yeti build. So that's a really nice monitor. I see you have a stand for that, that's really neat. Cleans up the whole desk, I think. That's cute, you got a little Groot there right next to the, I think it's an audio interface. You got the MX Master Mouse, huge props there. And a +1 on the H440 case, Razer edition. That is a really nice case. I use that for the Big Red, and of course Bob used that for his Yeti build. So overall, really solid choice for the PC case. But yeah, an overall really nice, very clean setup that you got going. You got the Blue Yeti in the back, speakers on the desk. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure about your keyboard choice, but I mean, hey, I'm not rocking a mechanical keyboard either, and I get a lot of hate for that, so if that works for you, hey man, go for it. And looks like you have a phone on there, can't really tell what it is. Maybe a Nexus 6 wireless charging perhaps. But yeah, I mean overall solid setup you got there. Let's take a look underneath your table. Okay, not much actually down here. It's really, for the most part, it's a pretty clean wiring job you did. That big board on the back is actually covering most of your wires, so that's probably why it looks good. But yeah, an overall very solid setup from Andre. Thank you for submitting your setup, man. I appreciate it. Also, if you guys have a YouTube account or a website or a Twitter, stuff like that, make sure you send that to me too so I can give you a shout out in the video. I failed to mention that in the actual requirements video. But yeah, overall very solid setup, Andre. Pretty impressed. Let's move on to the next setup. Alright, so let's check out Chunky Rabbit's setup. Let's start off by the front view. Okay, wow, it looks like there's a bunch of stuff on the desk. So I noticed first thing is the alignment of the monitors. I'm very picky. I like things to be symmetrical. I like things to be very even, I guess you can call it. And they're also from 2 different companies, so that kind of bothers me. And I'm not sure how I feel about the drawings on the wall. I'm sure there's a reason for that, but that's something that just popped out. You also got a Vizio TV, it looks like, mounted on the wall, and then you have the Canon printer underneath, and you have a microphone next to it. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff on your desk, and they're all in reach, and I guess that's kind of what you were going for. But I prefer a more clean desk. I like very few things on my desk, but you know, if this setup works for you, by all means, go for it. I also noticed you have lighting in the background. That's pretty cool. I'm not sure if that's from Philip Hughes or not, but I actually picked up some for my setup as well, so I know how badass that is. And it actually changes color as time goes by, so that is definitely a nice plus to your setup. Let's go ahead and check out what you have underneath. So yeah, there's a bunch of cables down here, and that's expected. You have a bunch of stuff on your desk, so cable management is going to be very difficult. And it looks like you have a rack here for consoles. Wow, we got a PS4, an Xbox 360, a Wii U, bunch of games. And that kind of explains also the amount of cables you have. So I'm not going to give you too much crap about that. But yeah, other than the 2 different monitors and the posters on the wall, it's a pretty decent setup you got there. But yeah, thank you Chunky Rabbit for submitting your desk setup. Now let's move on to Xpurge. Alright, so opening up Xpurge's setup, let's see what you have. to show us. Wow, you have a triple Asus monitor setup, and the first thing I noticed is that it is you have a black and red combo. So already because of that, I'm just gonna give you a +1. Definitely digging the color theme. You have some really good taste. So you went with the matte black Asus monitors instead of the silver ones. Very solid choice there, obviously, to match your theme. Looks like you have the K70 keyboard and a Razer mouse. Pretty solid choices for peripherals, and you have a SteelSeries gaming pad. I'm guessing you're a gamer from all the setup you have here, along with the PSP and your 3DS on the desk. But overall, very solid, very clean setup. I'm definitely digging the theme you have here for sure. One thing that I also noticed is one of your monitors is kind of crooked, and that kind of bothers me, but I hope that was a mistake, and hopefully you fix it after this video. But other than that, it looks like a very solid setup. You have a GTA 5 poster and your Fractal Design case. I think the Fractal Design case in the back. But yeah, very clean, very cool setup. But let's go ahead and check out your cables. All right, so looking at the cable management, and wow, looks like, wow, you did a fantastic job on the cable management. There are virtually no cables in view. So, and now that I'm looking at it from underneath, you have a pretty cool desk design too. So, and it works really well with your setup. But yeah, I have nothing bad to say. Honestly, you did a fantastic job on your setup. You got a pretty badass theme. It's very clean. There's not many things on your desk. Really solid choices on the keyboard and mouse and the monitors. So definitely a huge plus. The only thing I would say is just fix that monitor after you're done watching this video, if you're watching this video, because it is kind of bothering me. But other than that, very solid setup, and thank you for submitting it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next. All right, who do we got next? We have Faisal, or Faisal, I hope I pronounced that correctly. But let's go ahead and open up your front view, see what you got. All right, so looking at your setup, it looks like you have a dual monitor setup from Philips, so a +1 that is there from the same company, and they're actually aligned, so I'll give you a point for that as well. It kind of looks like your desk is bent towards the middle, and I'm guessing that's from the weight of the monitors, but there's really not much you can do there. You have your gaming rig on your table, and you have the M50X headphones. Very solid choice there. And looks like you have the ultra wide mouse pad from Corsair, which I do too. This is a phenomenal mouse pad. So definitely really nice solid choices for those. Looks like you also got the Raptor mouse from Corsair, so very nice gaming gear you got there. It also looks like you have a red and black themed PC build, so I'm definitely digging the color combination there, so +1 there. I can't really tell what kind of parts you have in there, but it looks like a pretty killer gaming rig. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out your wiring. And another awesome job on wiring. This is you did a really good job, no complaints here. There's virtually no wires visible. Looks like you routed them on the top there and underneath your drawers, or in the back of the drawers. So +1 on the wiring, man. Good job. Thank you, Faisal, for submitting your setup. And let's move on to the next person. All right, last but not least, we have Jay. Jay, let's check out your setting. Let's start from the front. All right, so the first thing I noticed is that there are a lot of displays on your desk. I'm not sure if you actually use all these. Looks like you have your gaming setup on the right side, then you have a laptop, and then you have a humongous monitor or TV on the left side connected to your laptop. It also looks like you have a huge ass projector in your room. I think that's a projector. And my question would be is why? Why do you need a projector in your room if you have so many displays? But it looks like overall very clean setup. I gotta say, you have the lighting in the back that changes colors. I'm not sure about the little stuff you have on the desk there right next to your phone. I'm not sure if those are earphones and if that's your wallet or not, but I'm pretty sure you can keep that somewhere else, maybe in a drawer or something, to keep it less cluttered. But yeah, overall very solid setup on the top. Let's go ahead and take a closer look on the bottom. Great job on the cable management, and it looks like you got some drawers to keep some stuff in there. But yeah, Jay, overall a very solid setup. Definitely digging your theme over here. The only minor thing I would say is maybe just put the earphones and whatever those small things are, like maybe to the side, to give your desk a more cleaner look. But also let me know in the comment section what the projector is for, because I got a feeling you use that for your console gaming, and if that's so, that is pretty badass. But yeah, overall very solid setup, and thank you for submitting it. So that's it for this week's Setup Wars. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you didn't get featured this week, then you're probably gonna get featured next week or later this month. However, if you don't get featured this month, then you guys can reapply for the following month. So voting begins now. Make sure you guys drop a comment and vote on who has the best setup for this week. The voting will continue on till Saturday this week, and I will choose the winner on Sunday on my social media accounts. So if you guys want to know who wins, make sure to follow me there. The winner will have 24 hours to claim their prize. Otherwise, I have to choose the second place winner, and so on and so forth until someone is declared the winner. So make sure you guys respond as soon as possible. If you guys are new to the series and you want to submit your desk setup, then I will leave a link below to the original video where you can find the instructions and requirements needed to submit your desk setup. If you guys want to see setup wars continue to happen, definitely let me know by leaving a like on the video. And thanks again for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. I am losing my voice. Wow.